Annyeong, 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 annyeong. My name is Sibiso Shabalala and I am your English teacher for today. Now today's lesson is dedicated to grade 6, grade 7, grade 8 and even grade 9 learners. Today I will be testing your ability to read and comprehend the English language. Now before we get started kids, I need you to have two very important writing materials. Number one, being the English handbook and study guide, which can help you so much with comprehensions, reading, vocabulary, and ways of identifying very important information in the English language. The second necessary material is this book by a very famous best-selling author, Robin Sharma, who wrote Discover Your Destiny with the Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. Now, I printed out a page for you, okay? And on this page is the excerpt that I am going to be reading. I'm going to need you to have your highlighter ready and your ruler ready because you're going to be highlighting all the necessary information. Necessary information includes who is the story talking about, what is happening in the story, where is the story taking place, when, what time of the day is the story taking place, and how is the story taking place. You ready kids? Let's go! So let's start reading. Chapter 2, page 21, and the title is The Seeker Meets a Master. That night found me sitting in a room with 5,000 other people seeking the answers to life's biggest questions. Rock music blared from the speakers, and a dazzling light show lit up the otherwise dark and cavernous room. There was a palpable energy in the room. Then the speaker emerged. He was handsome, articulate, and extremely charismatic. He spoke eloquently and kept the audience's rapt attention for nearly 2 hours as he took us on an emotional roller coaster that made us laugh, cry, and think about why we lived as we did and how each one of us could make things better. He talked about his childhood, growing up without a father. He discussed his brush with cancer and how it helped connect him to the simpler yet commonly neglected things in life. And he made us laugh at some of his insights, such as the only thing you can expect in life is the unexpected. And if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. So I will stop right here, and I want to proceed with asking you, the learners, a few questions. The first one being, what is the title of the book? Now I want you to be able to identify the title of the book, which is where? Right over here. Discover Your Destiny with the Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. That is the title of the book. Next question. Who wrote the book? Robin Sharma. And when was the book published? Now this is where the part gets tricky. You need to tell me when the book was published and you search for it, okay? It may not be on the cover. You will have to turn a page, look for it. You need to scan until you find a date, okay? It will be in the first few pages. All you have to do is look hard enough and you will find it. And guess what? I just did. This book was published in 2004. 2004. You just need to be able to look, search, and you will find all the answers. Now, the next question relates to environmental details. So the environment, the surroundings. Where is the story taking place? From that expert that we just read, we can deduct that there's a large amount of people in the room, there is also a stage, and there is a speaker. This must mean we are in a hall. And what is happening in this hall? We are being spoken to. So what is actually happening here? It is a motivational speaking session. Next question. Describe the book cover. I want to see if you can name the colors. I want to see if you can identify what is going on in the cover of the book. All right? So, if I were to identify colors, I see purple and I see pink. Now, what is the image on the cover of the book? There is a lonely man. That is important. Lonely man, isolated man, single man. I'm describing how the man looks in the space. And he is on a boat. He's on a boat and he's in the middle of the ocean. What does this mean to me? What does this mean to me? By seeing somebody who is isolated in the sea, it means that they're on a journey. They're going somewhere. And wherever it is that they're going alone, with nobody and with nothing else. So do you see how I just deducted that by identifying what's on the cover? It's simple, it's easy. All you need to do is sit, think, analyze, identify, and you will get it all correctly. Now from me to you, Omawayo, thank you for participating in this class. But before we leave, I want to leave this lesson with something more powerful, something that I believe that all classes should have. A moment where it's about you, learner. I'm going to ask you to do a few things, and all you need to do is write it down on a piece of paper. And at the end of this lesson, you're going to hand it over to me, and I am going to go home with it. This is going to help me. Why? I'm going to know what your interest is. I'm going to know what your passion is. And that's going to help me to make sure that whatever I'm teaching to you, it is making sense to your desires, to your needs. Now, what is your name? That is the first question. I want you to make sure that you use capital letters, because you are writing down what? A proper noun. Okay? And then I want you to write down for me, what do you want to become? What do you see yourself becoming in the future? You want to be a doctor? You want to be a teacher? You want to be a musician? You want to be an artist? Write it down. I want to see your spelling. Let me see that capital letter as well. The next question, why do you want to become what you are saying you want to become? This is where I'm going to be able to see if you are able to construct your own sentence using the English language. I want to see the subjects. I want to see the verbs. I want to see the objects. Let me see the pronouns. Let me see the abstract verbs. Bring in the adjectives. Make it as creative as you can. Tell me why you want to become what you are saying you are going to become. And that is the end of our lesson. Thank you so much for being here with me. I am your teacher, Tshepiso Shabalala. Omawayo.